Let me show you what $170 in Cuba gets you. A month before, I had pre-booked a trip from Havana to Varadero. It was supposed to be a day trip, but I figured I'd spend a couple days in Varadero, and so I just had the host drop me off in Varadero. Around 7 a.m., two of the hosts came to pick me up. There was Ana and Noel. They came and got me in a 1950 Chevy. They told me the other guests didn't send their address, so if they didn't meet at the park, then we were going to leave them. We waited a while, and they never showed up. Ana ended up telling me to make it worth their money, I had to pay an additional $50 if I wanted to go privately. We stopped at Mirador de Bucanayagua, had a really good breakfast sandwich, and another really good piña colada. They switched things up for me a little bit because they usually do it on the way back. Since it's a day trip, they'll usually drop you off at the beach. Since you're all sandy, they'll stop at Cuevas Saturno, Saturn Cave. It was a freshwater cave, and it goes about 25 meters deep. Ana and Noel dropped me off at this beach and let me hang out for a little while. It was pretty cool. Then around 2 o'clock, we drove to another beach. It was a private one. Back in the 1920s, DuPont had come up with a new fabric at the time. That's when nylon was first introduced. Owner made a shit ton of money and bought a bunch of land in Varadero. He built this huge mansion on the beach, which was then later converted into a hotel. But it only hosts about 8 guests and costs $400 and up every night. But the sand felt like powdered sugar and the water was amazing. Ana and Noel dropped me off. I got settled into my Airbnb room, and then I started walking the town. I stopped at the beach for a little bit since it was a super nice day. Talked with some of the locals, and they recommended Casa de la Miel for dinner. And lucky for me, I didn't have enough cash, but they did take cards. I got one of the most expensive things on the menu. I got a lobster plate with a beer and a bowl of fruit for $16. And one thing to note with cash, whatever you bring is all you get. Most places in Cuba don't accept credit cards, and almost none of them accept American credit cards. Budget out well in advance because you can't withdraw money from the banks or ATMs.